haven't streamed for a while, for the last week. So I'm coming back to stream. Since have so many things happening, I decided to take a break. Because this week I was working on basting Irish crochet lace motifs to the template. So, and I'm about to finish the stole or wrap on the loom. So everything is packing up together. So today I decided to take a break and make some temari. Well, I was doing that, resting from temari, and I'm resting on temari from weaving and lace. And I'm making this temari. So simple 12 division, and I mark the red pin just to know that where I start and end. This is generally, I'm stitching over each odd number, so it's 1, 3, 5, 7, and so on. So I started at 1, pick up the thread at the 3rd meridian. I keep the pins for the first row just so that to make myself familiar where I'm working at. And after the 2nd row, I can remove the pin, just keeping the red one. That's the row markup for me. I'll be stitching that until I get this keiko at about 1.8 centimeter between the 2 poles, because that's when I'll be adding the orange thread. And then I'll move to the petals. I've already done the video, but this is the stream. It's just that the way I'm stitching and talking. It's very cold outside. The last winter surprises. Hopefully, as the forecast says, it will be the last cold in February and March. And then the weather will get better and better. I'm really looking forward to that, because when it's cold, I'm almost paralyzed with it's hard to difficult, because the whole body is stiff from the cold outside. Even if it's warm inside, I don't know why it happens, but my body reacts on the cold. So I can't wait for the spring. And so I've removed that, and I'll make another 3 to 4 rows of the cream colored thread. And then this would be the center of the crown of the daffodil. And I've tried different versions, trying to make the kiko, and it doesn't look nice. So this version is more or less satisfying. Even thought I might try to do the one layer above the other, so stitching 3 and then stitching another 3 rows on top of that. We'll see how things are going. But anyway, I have to make at least 10 of these by the end of this week, so I'll be pretty busy. And there will be more videos, and as I said earlier, I'm planning to make the video of this Temari. It will be hopefully tomorrow. There will be the video on stitching that Temari. And we're getting closer and closer to spring, to more sun, to more warmth and new flowers. Probably I'll get inspired and get the new color combinations and get more difficult temaris, because as I said earlier in previous streams, my customers prefer something small, cheap, as the small gifts and souvenirs and the Christmas tree decorations, so they are not looking for something very complicated and fancy ones, just very simple, very plain. And once I finish with the necessary batch, I already got marked up some of the temaris for the stitching, but the work comes first, and then once the work is done comes the pleasure part. And since I'm planning to install the weaving loom, the big carpet loom, the tapestry, it's more like a tapestry loom, because for carpets it requires a metal frame, but still it will do for a while until I get the big metal frame. And 1.5 centimeter. This is just right, I guess. I'll make, I've already forgot the how many I need to make. Yeah, about the same size, just a little bit of 15. Yeah, that's one more, and then I'll get 2 more of oranges, and the crown part is ready. Yes, I'll definitely will make new designs, because last year I made 7 new designs. Well, they all Kiko and something like this, but I mean the new color combination will be a good addition to the current batch, because obviously the very limited marketplace is overfilled, and I need to make new designs so people can collect the new colors. So I'm making everything collectible. I know people are, some of my very long-term customers have even my very first temaris that I made. So it's nice to see them. And so it's nice to please people, and they get new collection, new additions to their collection. And I also leave one of the first samples to myself, so my personal collection is growing as well. Plus I get some extras that I keep for myself. I think I did show it earlier last year. I did show some of my personal temaris. except of the 4 Temaris that I left in city. They are there. Someday I might bring it here and show them. And one of the Temaris was actually one of the diploma work for the photo course that I was taking. So I was using that to show the black and white, the white background, black background, and photoshopping everything, different versions. So it was fun. So I ran out of needles because I used the needle on something else, some other Temaris. Usually I have 4 Temaris laying around, but this time is only 4 needles laying around, but this time is only 2. And I guess I have to work with this. Now it will be done this way. Sorry, I don't see that much on the screen. But I almost turn off the screen so that I can stream for longer, so you can see the whole process. And right, so I start at this point. I've placed the pins at the head of the triangles that I'll be stitching, and it will be about 8 to 9. Let's see how many I've got here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 stitches. I can remove that. So now I have to make 10 rows of the one triangle, and then interweaving it with the second. I keep the red pin as the row marker. So that's row number 5. and 6. Generally, I have to stitch as many rows as I get as the height of this markup, and usually that's about 8 millimeters. So I stitch until I get the triangle 8 millimeters wide, the sides of the triangle. And this is usually makes me 9 to 10 rows. So that's 2, 4, 8. And as I said, it's about 8 millimeters, so I can fit them. And there's another two rows to make, because we need to weave in the second triangle into that space. That's row number 9, number 9, number 9. Oops. The runaway Temari. So that will be 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. So this is the last 10. And I shift to the next meridian, skipping one, shifting one to the left. I'll leave these meridians for the leaves. There'll be leaves stitched on that later. And one over, one on the pattern. And just repeat the second triangle, just weaving it with the pattern 1 over, 1 under. And this time I just reposition the pin. So this will be the beginning of the row now. And I make another 9 rows, because this one is already made. It's just 9 more to make. And the daffodil or narcissus flower is ready. I just have to repeat the same thing on the back and make the leaves, which will be the spindles. And the spindles will consist of 2 threads, light green and dark green, and a bit of the metallic thread that I use for the markup. Well, I guess everybody is busy tonight, so I'll probably finish the stream early today. Since my neck isn't happy, pin, that replacing thread pin. I'll have to finish this one, so I'll guess that will be it for today. Thanks for those who was watching me streaming, and see you on definitely on Tuesday and probably on Saturday. I'm not really sure. Bye.